Hey guys, Simply Gaming here. How you guys doing tonight? So, I was just chilling, thinking about stuff to do. I just finished playing Devour on VR for the first time ever. It was spooky, it was fun, and I loved it. I was just thinking to myself, man, I can't wait for tomorrow, August 4th at 12 p.m. when Steam said the supporter edition would release. And then at maybe 2:15, 2:20 a.m., I get an email on my phone. Hey, the supporter edition of Devour has released. I obviously immediately buy it, immediately download it, and here's what the flashlight and characters look like full modeled, but at low quality since I have a garbage PC. Now, obviously, that's not all that came with the set. We obviously get the large photo that can be printed out and used as like a poster on a wall of what seems to be 3 cultists and Anna, maybe? Or is that the demonic form of Azazel? Or Azazel, I guess. What interests me the most is the 3 people that we have here. None of them look familiar. The bald head could belong to Kai, but at the same time, I don't think Kai is that skinny. At the same time, the man or woman in the middle does not have a hairstyle I'm familiar with seeing. Now, there could be April, but the hair should be blonde, I guess. And the woman on the right seems older, I guess. Maybe a cult president? Maybe the previous cult president before Anna. Who knows? But that's a nice looking photo. Obviously, I will be censoring / putting text over the photo, because if you guys want to see the photo full quality and without the text on it, you should buy the supporter edition. It's very good and it helps them out. I've bought quite a few skins and the supporter edition myself because I just something that my mouse just disconnected. Something I did find interesting, though, was the Devour design document. Because when I looked through it, there is no mention of Sam and the town map. Now, that could just be because it wasn't one of the first things made for designs, or it could just be that this document was created before the town was released. But if that's true, then why is it only releasing now? But that doesn't really matter. If you want to know the basics of the game design document paper, it was basically going over the playable characters and the antagonists and how the game works, how the maps work, how the AI works, stuff like that, basically. That's more of the bigger stuff going on there. It did have a few concept art designs for Molly in the demon form, the inmate, like the asylum patient in the demon form, and then Zara in demon form. There are a few concepts for those 3. And, I think they're pretty cool. And I will, I guess, pop up a small photo of them here. Next is the backgrounds that come in the folder. There is 6 different backgrounds. 3 of them containing Anna's face, 1 of them of her full face on the right side, 1 of them on half of her face on the right side, and then 1 of them with her face kind of cut off halfway in the middle, with the Devour logo being lifted up. Then there's 3 separate Devour logo wallpapers. 1 of them with a nice little, what's it called, like an outer design, little banner design, a lot of red, like bright red. And then the second one is the same thing but duller. It doesn't have that red glow to it. The third one is the same as the second, but with the logo in the bottom right instead of the middle. Now, all of that is cool, but that's not why I am making the video today. So, obviously, I was excited to check out the floor plans. I was excited to check out the maps, especially for one of my friends. She is always playing this game with me. I love her a lot. Thank you, Ray, if you see this video. But she cannot remember the maps for shit. I try so hard to tell her how everything works, and she never gets it. So, I wanted to get the floor plans so that I could, show them to her, and then be like, you see, this is where that is, this is where that is. Now, I'm looking through, and the first thing that catches my eye is that there's 5 folders instead of 4. And I think to myself, oh, 5. I guess there's one for all of them collectively together, right? Wrong. So, there is a folder for the asylum, a folder for the farmhouse, a folder for the inn, a folder for the town, and a folder for the slaughterhouse. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, there's no map called Slaughterhouse, is there? No, there isn't. But there is a full design for this map. And it is very, very interesting, very cool, and I am so excited to see this. Because I don't know if this was a previous map that disappeared. I don't know if this was a beta map that was scrapped. I don't know if this was just a beta map period that's gone now, or if this is going to be the next map we have. There is 3 floors to this map. There's the floor 1, floor 2, and the basement. Now, normally I would say that's not that much. It's about the size of the farmhouse, right? Wrong. This map is huge. And what's very interesting is the way the rooms are portrayed. So, if we start on the basement floor, obviously, because it's the smallest floor, it is a very, very small basement, at least compared to the rest of the map. But what if this basement is actually normally sized? What if this basement is as big or even bigger than the farmhouse basement? If that's the truth, then this map is gigantic. So obviously, the basement is just the basement. If we go to floor 1, right out of the basement, we get the kitchen, and then a room called freezers. So it's obviously a freeze room with meat, maybe some sort of like cows or sheep or something in there. And then to the right is the ritual room. So right next to the basement is a kitchen, a set of freezers, and a ritual room. All of that right there. Now next to the freezers and kitchen is the arbiter. So I'm going to be honest with you. It's 3 in the morning. Don't really care to find out what an arbiter means, but I'm going to assume it's a like main production room where, I don't know, stuff gets like passed through from one side to another? Probably. So what's also interesting is that there is a second kitchen above the freezers. So there is two kitchens, actually. And not only is there two kitchens, but above and below the Arbiter is two animal sheds. And that's not all, because connecting from the animal sheds to a hallway that connects to the Arbiter is two skinning rooms. But the thing is that these skinning rooms are designed different. So it's not just a simple copy and paste. These are all separate and all created differently. But then that brings up the question, how many keys are going to be needed? Because if it's like the asylum, we're going to have a north and south skinning room, a north and south animal shed, a north and south kitchen. Or it's going to be like the town, where the church has two doors, but both of them get unlocked by the same key. Or like the office in the farmhouse. So it could just be that you need one skinning key, or one animal shed key, or one kitchen key, and it unlocks both rooms. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. And also, it doesn't have to be north and south. It could also be east and west. Don't know. What I can do, actually, is pull up the asylum to see how that one is worked out. So, west and east do seem to be, from how this map is portrayed, up and down. So, this does mean that the skinning, animal shed, and kitchen room up top would be the west, and the skinning, animal shed, and kitchen room on the bottom would be the east. So if that's true, then we would have a west and east for both of those as well. Now, connecting the skinning rooms and the animal shed rooms is the corridors. So it's just, I guess, a long set of hallways. What connects to the corridors is the loading bay. So this is obviously where all the product gets dropped off, moved through the corridors to the animal shed, or to the skinning room, then through the Arbiter, goes into the freezers, and then into the kitchens. That's floor 1. Only floor 1. Now, I would like to point out, this could be a tiny map. The corridors can be 2 feet long. But hey, it's still a new map and I'm still excited for it. So, I don't know, but we'll find out. Next is going to be floor 2. Now, floor 2 is, on first look, you would think it's smaller. But it actually seems that it's longer in some areas. And if it were to be put together, could be roughly around the same size? No, it's definitely smaller, but it only looks smaller because of how split open it is. I feel like if everything was brought closer together, it wouldn't look as small. So, on the second floor, it seems like we have another kitchen. And it seems like that one is above the east kitchen. So above the east kitchen is another kitchen. And what I do find interesting is that the ritual room actually has a balcony. So it's not a 1-floor room, it's actually 2 separate floors. That is very interesting. Because that means that maybe you need to enter the ritual room from the 2nd floor. Maybe the 2nd floor is how you get to the ritual room. You have to go downstairs, put whatever you need to do in the ritual room there, and then go back upstairs to the 2nd floor. I will note that the corridors on the second floor look way smaller, so it might be very claustrophobic. And it might induce a lot more fear into you because there doesn't seem to be many rooms, especially if you were in like the smack middle of the second floor. You're probably screwed, and I can see that being a very scary place to be. I would not want to be up there if whoever is the demon gets angry. Next, we have the locker room. So there seems to actually be only one locker room, and it is connecting to the ritual room balcony. Now, connecting to the locker room is the corridors that connect to the storage and office room. But on the other side of the second floor, following another set of corridors, is another office and storage room. Now, what I'm noticing about the office and storage room on the left, which would probably be south office and south storage, is that the office seems to have walls in it on the left side. At least that's what I'm thinking the little protruding lines mean. So I'm assuming that that means that there are walls there that would stop the line of vision. So you could probably go from the corridors into the office, lose the demon behind the walls, and then either hide in storage or loop around through storage to get back into the corridors. But at the same time, that could be a very scary place to be. If you are hiding in the office and you hear the demon coming, you don't know if it's going to be in the corridors, the storage room, or in the office with you. And you don't know where it's going to be coming from. So, of course, I've been ignoring the middle, which is probably one of the most important parts. It is the arbiter railings. So, it's basically a set of... How do I say it? It's a set of, like... What are they called? How can I figure out what they're called? It's like those things on second floors of factories where you're walking on a very, like, small, metal, like, walkway. I guess it's called a walkway. So it's like a walkway on the second floor, but you gotta think to yourself, is there any way to jump down to the first? Because if there is no way to jump down to the first floor, holy shit, you might be screwed. So, connecting from the arbiter railings upwards is another set of corridors to get to the manager's office. Which, the manager's office is very out of space for no reason. Like, it could have been above the animal shed, but is instead way off top, which is a little weird, but okay. Now, what I forgot to mention is connecting to the kitchen is the canteen, which is very interesting because I thought in the asylum the canteen was the kitchen. There might be a difference between the two that I don't know of. Another word I don't know, I guess. And last but not least, on the second floor is the bathroom. Now, this is a very, very huge map. Like, I would be shocked if this map isn't gigantic. There is only one thing that I just now noticed. There's no set of stairs anywhere. Which makes me think back to my previous theory of the ritual room being, like, of the ritual room balcony being the only way to get to the ritual room. I think it's now the other way around. I think the ritual room is the only way to get to the second floor. Because there's no set of stairs anywhere, but there is the weird little boxes on the balcony. So that does make me think that maybe the balcony is the only way you can get to the second floor. Which is very weird, but it does make sense, I guess. I mean, in the town, the church, which is the ritual room, is above everything else, but can also be used to drop straight into the bank, which is about, what, smack dab in the middle of the town? So it could make sense, I guess. But looking around, there is no sign of stairs anywhere but the ritual room. Because it says right in between the ritual room and kitchen, stairs to the basement. But it doesn't say that anywhere for the second floor. It doesn't say stairs to floor 2. It doesn't say stairs to floor 1. It doesn't say that anywhere. It just says stairs to basement, and then it just the basement. It's very interesting looking, to be honest. This is very interesting and cool to look at, honestly. All things considered. So, if this is a new map, which I really hope it is, it brings into question who is going to be the next demon. Now, I personally think the next demon is going to be Nathan, because in the list of all the characters in the game, it goes Anna, Molly, Nathan, Sam, Zara, Kai, April. And the thing is that we know Anna, Molly, Sam, and Zara are all demons. They all have their own map. So it would make sense for Nathan to be the next demon since he's in the middle of both of the two. Do I really want to see him as a demon? Honestly, no. I think seeing a demon April or a demon Kai would be cooler, but do I think it makes sense to go with Nathan next? Yes. Can they make Nathan into my favorite demon I've ever seen? Yes. I am excited, I can't wait, and I really, really want to see what they do next. So, let me know what you guys think about this. Oh, also, another thing. What do you guys think is going to be sacrificed in the ritual room? Do you think we're going to be sacrificing cows? Chickens? Maybe animal body parts? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I really cannot wait to see this next update. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.